Mai I pōtikirua ki te toka a Taiau. Tauana kia Tūranga tangata rite. Rere iho ki ngā tukemata o Kahungunu. Ngā reo irirangi o te rāwhiti.
Ka pai. Pai te noho ki konei. Mori nei te iwi, nau mai tomo mai anō ki tō tātou whare. Welcome back to Kapu Tairāwhiti.
Ko mātou o Turanga FM, o Radio Ngāti Porou, me Radio Kahungunu, e mahi ngātahi ana kia whakaputa ai tēnei hōtaka ki te tī, ki te tā.
Now we're still on a royal buzz today, Mike. And as you'll remember last week, I had high tea with the folks of Kaiti. There was a lot of indifference about King Charles's coronation.
Well, today we meet a royalist all the way from Elgin, and he calls himself the Town Crier of Gisborne. Unofficial, of course. He took to the streets of Gisborne to herald in the coronation of King Charles with some interesting results. You don't want to miss that.
E mea ana koe. Millions around the world tuned in to watch the coronation of King Charles III on the weekend.
Many celebrated the event their own way. Whether it was having a tea party or gathering around their TVs with family, it was indeed a historic event.
I had high tea at Kaiti and asked what you thought of the coronation. Here's just what some of you had to say. You excited about that?
I am. Yes, I am excited. I will be watching it.
Are you excited about it?
Nah.
So honest.
Yeah, I watched it on TV, so yeah. Is it on television?
I don't even know.
I mean, the only king I know is Harley Race, so probably not.
The coronation has resurrected debate over whether the monarchy should remain as head of state. Well, over the weekend we met an interesting character who embodies the monarchy, and we'll show you that clip very shortly.
However, firstly, let's see the latest local news along the eastern seaboard.
Because the kettle is hot and it's time to spill the tea.
Mai I te tī ki te tā, ki ngā tai pito pito o te wā. He wera te tī, me maringi.
Mōre nei he ka mā ki te Tairāwhiti e whakarite angana ngā tīma o Waiapu, tāne mai, wāhine mai. Mo te tukunga tuatahi o te tau ki te karapu o Hikurangi, ki te papatākro o Windi ki roto o Rangi Tukia. Hei te haurua i te takaumatahi karaka tākoro ai ngā tīma wāhine, hei te rua karaka ko ngā tāne. Ki Turanga I nei, kua tō te rā ki te whare kua kotahi rau mārua tau e hokona atu ana I te mīti ki te hapori o Turanga Nui Ākiwa. Ka pōhara Turanga I te katinga o Evans Bacon Company. Ka mutu kei te rongo ngā kaiwhakahaere Steve Rao ko Jackie Watson I te aroha o te iwi. Hei te rua te kau o haratua te rangi whakamutunga. Ki Kahungunu I nei, e toru marama kua hipa I te taunga mai o Huripari Gabriel ki tēnei rohe, a ko tētahi o ngā rori I au katingia ko State Highway Rua. Koe rā te huarahi tūhono I te taone o Ahuriri me te Wairua, e huroa ana ngā iwi o Kahungunu whānui te rongo pai ka tūwhira mai anō o tau warori, a te rātapu e tū mai nei. Ka whakahaeretia e Ngāti Pāhauera me maunga harurutangi to trust I tētahi karakia I te rāhoroi I mui tana whakatūwhiratanga ki te motu whānui.
He timo kai, he wera te wai. Noho mai, me rāhia rāua ko mātai.
I mōhio rānei koe, he waha hamama tō te taone o Tūranga? Did you know that Gisborne has a town crier?
Do you mean a town crier like goes around town crying for no reason, or do you mean someone who dresses up in funny old English clothes with a bell and a scroll? Because you're pulling my leg right there, they'll be just here to wātu.
I kid you not, Rahia. Gisborne has its own town crier, self-appointed of course, and this guy was seen in full regalia, shouting in the streets ahead of the festivities for Kingi Tiare's coronation.
Oh my gosh, it actually sounds real cool.
Well, we sent a camera crew out to find more.
G'day, I'm Trev from Elgin, town crier.
Hear ye, people of Cambridge, Terrace.
Long live the king. So, I used to dress like Captain Cook.
Ahoy there.
But some of the locals didn't like it.
Hello. piss off back to England.
But England is what makes Gisborne historical. I mean, we wouldn't have a Oxford Street if it wasn't for England. So, to avoid any misunderstandings, I brought along Mr. Edebe Jeff from Kaiti to translate my cries.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Good people of London!
Street!
Che, oh, you fellas down London Street. Kei te aha, you two hemera. This country-looking singer, he needs your attention. The same attention you give your special tomato plants. Hey. I, Trevor of Elgin, bring good tidings from the House of Windsor. Ladies and gentlemen, girls and boys, thems and theys, nannies, poppers, aunties and uncles, cousins and husbands. Our man's got the goss all the way from Te Whare or Windsor. Today, we bear witness to the coronation of His Majesty, King Charles III. All subjects of the colony of Gisborne are hereby notified that great festivities are taking place. Whew, so go change your skirty undies. We're about to have a 3-day bender all on King Dingaling. That's us. On this day, His Imperial Highness will be anointed by God Almighty with the most vegan of oils, while adorned with precious jewels of imperial conquests. So in other words, our man's rocking up Scuck stairs, looking handsome, probably rocking the most stolenest of Tonga. And apparently our man upstairs got the old vegan oilies, you know. He will be a just and fair ruler to his people in the colonies. Let us celebrate this joyous occasion with festivities and merriment. Our man reckons he's a bit of a top bloke, no drama kind of guy. In fact, keep your stones nice and hot. Put more puha in the pot. We'll have a Maori hangi tonight. All subjects of the colonies are hereby expected to show their loyalty by drinking tea, eating scones, cheering, and waving British flags. So, show loyalty by way of vorteke, fry bread, and then yelling at the top of your lungs the same way you yell at your kids when nobody's around. And then we can fly Brian's flag, eh?
Britain's flag.
Well, him too. Any subjects found disobeying the orders of the Crown shall face swift and severe punishment. So if you get caught talking tickle, that's a hiding. Looking at him wrong, that's a hiding. Not wiping your bum properly, that's a hiding. And if you fart in his direction, well, that's a boot ride. Long live the King! Long live the King! Long live the King! Suppose.
Luckily, that town crier wasn't saying those things around my street. He'd be crying, all right.
Acting like you live in the hood. You live in a nice area. Anyway, that was obviously a bit of satire e te iwi. Gizzy's town crier was played by local actor and teacher Ada Malone from Te Aitanga a Mahaki, and Edebe Jeff is of course local TikTok phenomenon Jeff Rangihuna, who you met here on Kapu Tairāwhiti last week.
What that skit did point out in a funny yet provocative way is the ties Gisborne still has with its colonial past. The irony of having streets named after great English cities in one of the most economically derived regions of Aotearoa is a bit astonishing.
Certainly gives us food for thought as we consider the relevance of the English monarch as our head of state.
Ka te ake. Tomorrow on Kapu Tairāwhiti, Kino Crystal takes a gander at Māori-owned clothing and fashion company Noku, and they check out all their bougie kākahu. But you know what, King Charles, you know what, your monarchy is not my monarchy. The maunga here, E hara tēnei. E hara tēnei, I te maunga neke neke, he maunga tūtonu, a maunga hikurangi.
Where's Mats?
Radio Ngāti Porou. Radio Kahungunu. Tūranga FM. Kapu Tairāwhiti me ngā irirangi o TAIRāWHITī. Ko te reo